Welcome. My name is Sharon Whitefawn, and today our session is going to be a more vigorous yoga practice. So if yoga is new to you, I will share some modifications, but it might be one that you build yourself up to. I don't know. Play around with it, see what you think. But I'm intending it to be energizing, okay? So we're gonna start sitting up nice and tall, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck, and let's just take a cleansing breath or 2 or 3 or 5. So inhale. Remember, this is gonna be energetic. That's my intention, but it's your practice. So if you wanna slow some things down, slow them down. It's not that we're gonna be rushed, but I might be moving a little more quickly. We're breathing. I might be moving more quickly from one pose to the next, and it's okay. You can always pause the video and come back to it, or just do a part of it each time. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Just because it feels so darn good. Ah, yes. Okay, great. Now roll those shoulders around. Do it with the intention to awaken the heart. Do it with the intention to release any shoulder, neck, chest, back tightness that you might have, and then reverse direction. Good, good. So you might get a little heat here. I want you to twist one way, twist the other way. We're just sort of letting the body know that we're coming in and that we mean business, but we'll also be gentle in our business. So good. We're moving a little bit side to side. And then we're gonna just exhale here. Inhale, center, exhale here, inhale, center. Really work the breath though. Full breath. Don't move so quickly that you can't get a full breath in. Don't move so quickly that you can't get a full breath out. So just keep on going. Keep on going. Smile, loosen up, release. Facial tension dissolves, fingers and toes. Feeling a little excitement. Good. Oh yeah, a few more times. Gosh, that feels great. And back to center. And we're gonna interlace the fingers in front of the body and breathe. I'm gonna turn a little bit sideways so you can see what's going on here. A little bit of a rounded spine here. And inhale, kind of bring your shoulder blades together as you lift your chin. Exhale here when we're dropped down and rounded. Inhale here when we're open and stretching the front of the body. And yeah, just do that a few more times. With the intention to move energy, to move tightnesses, to open, to become energized, vibrant, tapping into our vitality and our youthfulness here, no matter your age. We're tapping into vitality and youthfulness. And the next time down, we're gonna stay down, place your hands on the floor, come to all fours. And we're gonna bring a knee to the nose, any knee, it doesn't matter. And then inhale, lift the chin, lift that leg up. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, the spine rounds, the shoulder blades separate. Here the chest opens and the back strengthens, so. Again, energetically, but not so quick that you can't complete your exhale here, not so quick that you can't complete your inhale here. And the next time up, it's gonna stay up. The leg is gonna stay up. The chin is gonna stay lifted. You're opening the front of the body, tightening up that buttocks, tightening up that hamstring, maybe strengthening the muscles of the lower back. And we're gonna release that. Take a child's pose, breathe out. Come back to all fours, breathe in. Child's pose, breathe out. All fours, inhale. Exhale completely, tuck your chin, stretch your spine. Inhale completely, lengthen your spine from tailbone to the top of the head. Good, a few more times like that. Tapping into our youthfulness and our vitality. The energy stores that we have within. We're tapping into those. Okay, next time on all fours, stay there. Switch legs, knee to nose, lift up. Exhale when the knee comes in. Inhale when you lift up. And then do it so that the breath and the movement are full. Our complete exhale, our complete inhale, our complete tucking of the chin and bringing it in, our complete lifting of the chin and the tailbone. So, continue. Next time up, stay up, hold it up, hold the chin, hold the leg, hold the stretch in the front of the body. Oh, yeah. And release it. Take a breath in here. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. And the next time in all fours, hold it. And we're going to roll the toes under. And we're going to take a breath in here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, all fours. And again, we're making the breath complete. A complete exhale. And a complete inhale. So make sure you can fully complete the inhalation before you begin your exhale into down dog. Complete the exhale before you begin the inhale to all fours. Yeah, maybe each time the stretch can get a little bigger, a little deeper. Yeah. Send your heels down when you go into your downward facing dog. Press those heels. Good. And then on to all fours. And hold child's pose for a moment. Give those arms a break. And you might like to roll your wrists a little bit or rock your hips a little bit. This is a movement-oriented practice. Continue to do what you're doing there. Rocking if you like, or just resting and holding your down dog. But do check in with your wrists. Like I said, a lot of energy here in today's practice. So moving, rocking is encouraged for a lot of reasons. One, because it is a practice of vitality today, and two, because it helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system and tell your body it's okay, it's safe to relax and to release and to let go of the stuff that we've been holding on to for who knows how long. Okay, good. So we're back up to all fours. We're going to roll those toes under and come into a downward facing dog. We're going to inhale one leg up and exhale it down. Switch legs. Inhale the other leg up. And exhale it down and switch. Inhale one leg up. So we're alternating legs. Connect the breath to it now. However high your leg goes, it goes. Don't worry about trying to lift it beyond your body's capacity. That would not be loving. Good. Again and again. So while the one leg goes up, the opposite heel goes down. Let it drop into the earth. Nice. And then when you're down in downward facing dog, let's do some knee bends, some hip shifts, some heel presses. Yeah, get some energy going down those legs, up the spine, tuck your chin. Yes, good, good, good. And we're going to take these to be walking steps, little ones. Walking in, see that? Walking in, bringing the feet closer and closer to the hands with each one of these little walking the dog. Walking the dog till your hands and feet are near one another. Bend your knees and let's roll up nice and slow, shall we? Good, good, good. Lifting chin, lifting chest, interlacing those fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades. Gaze upward, lift your heart, yes. This is going to be our breath in, and on the breath out, we're going to have a little bit of a forward bend. Inhale, up again. Exhale, into a little more of a forward bend. Inhale, up. Press the hip bone, squeeze the shoulder blades, open your heart. Exhale, maybe into more of a forward bend. Your body's going to tell you how far it can go or how much it's willing to release its tensions today. So you're listening to your body primarily, of course, always, please. The greatest gift you can give yourself, listening to your body. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing or saying. Listen to your hips, to your back. In this way, we honor ourselves and have a better opportunity to reach our maximum potential. Our maximum potential. Mine, not yours. Not his, not hers, not theirs. Your maximum potential. Where is it today? It changes from day to day. Okay, next time down, we're gonna stay down. Hey, if your arms are tired from being back here, then bring them down. If you can actually get your palms to touch, then make them touch. Release in the shoulders. And then we're gonna bend the knees and release everything. Rolling on up. Roll those shoulders. Take a little bit of a wider stance now just for stability and get loose and floppy in the arms. Get loose and floppy in the hips. Get loose and floppy in the neck. Get loose and floppy in the knees. Pivot on that foot. Nothing rigid here, everything loose. Getting loose. Good, good. Shake it all out, shake it all out. Perfect. Okay, so back to our vitality. 2 big toes touching. Lengthen that spine, put a smile on your face. This is fun. Hands in prayer position in front of your heart. Take a breath in here. Exhale, have a seat in this imaginary chair. Inhale up. Exhale, have a seat. Continue to do that. I'm going to turn to the side just so that you can see the lower back. We're going to keep a little bit of a pelvic tilt, so we don't want the butt all up like this. Might look like mine is, but I'm really maintaining a pelvic tilt. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And keep that pelvic tilt. That's going to take pressure off of your lower back. It's also going to encourage your core muscles to engage and your stomach to strengthen. So the navel point pulls in a little bit. Hopefully you're feeling that. The ribs close a little bit. Hopefully you're feeling that. Exhale down. Inhale up. If you're feeling strain in the lower back, it could be that your tailbone lifted up. We want to keep it tucked under as best you can. Good. A few more of those. And the next time up, we'll stay up, arms overhead, and just go ahead and take a side bend. Any side. And we're going to breathe here. We're going to release the shoulders here. Release the hips, soften those knees. Back to center, and then to the opposite side, same thing. Press the hip back, get that nice C shape out of the body in half moon pose. Back to center. Bring the arms down once again. We're going to come into chair pose again. Remember that little bit of a pelvic tilt. A little bit of a pelvic tilt. Keep all of your core muscles very much engaged. Don't lose it in the lower back, okay? Don't lose it. That would not be good for your low back. So we're going to exhale to one side, opposite elbow to knee. Inhale, center and up. Exhale to the other side, opposite elbow to knee. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Keep that pelvic tilt going on. Inhale, up nice and tall. Continue with that. Exhale, twist. Feel the lower back muscles twisting gently. Good. And when we inhale center, we're looking for as much length from the bottoms of the feet to the top of the head. And I'm allowing for my elbows to make contact with my knee, but for some of us, it might just be a little bit of a twisting motion, and that's fine as well. You don't have to come all the way down. Inhale up, exhale, twist. So you're finding your range of motion. Ideally, the more and more you practice this video, the deeper and deeper you'll be able to go. Not that that's necessarily the goal per se. It's a natural consequence of practicing yoga. We just naturally get more flexible. We naturally get stronger. We naturally get more peaceful. It's a beautiful thing. And the next time up, we'll stay up and once again, shake everything out. Get loose, get floppy. Yes. Yeah, breathe out all of the have tos and should be's and structure and rigidity of life. There's enough of that. We don't have to bring it into our yoga practice. Good. Give everything a nice good shake. Beautiful. Okay, so come to the front of your mat. We're going to take 1 foot back as we breathe in. It doesn't matter which foot. Breathe in and take 1 foot back. And then exhale, come to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh. It's okay if you get wobbly. It's fun. Inhale and exhale. So, now we're going to slow it down. Slower breath. More control during the transition. Exhale, deeper maybe into the stretch. Inhaling up. So by slowing it down, we have the opportunity to go deeper into a lower lunge, feeling a better stretch. And by slowing down the inhale, you see that foot when it comes in, there's a point where you're balancing on 1 foot, and we want to be very encouraging of balance here, even if and when wobbliness happens. Exhale, inhale. Did I switch the breath? I may have. Exhale down, inhale up. Yeah, I think I did, but it's better to breathe out. Well, it's better just to keep breathing. You pick your own breath work. So you see there's that little point of balance there where I'm on one leg bringing this in. So that's a great place to activate your inner thighs, to activate your pelvic floor, to activate the muscles of your core. Nice, and the next time down, we're gonna stay down, stay back. If you can rest that knee, do it. If you have a block or a pillow, and it's better for you to put something under that knee, that would be fine as well. But we want the back foot to rest. Good. And we're gonna come forward. So I'm showing a variation here. We're gonna twist to one side, inhale, bring the hand down, exhale. Switch to the other side, inhale, bring it down, exhale. So you can be right there with the knee resting up on something, or perhaps you could have the leg all the way back resting on the floor. Inhale and exhale. Full breath in, full twisting. Float the arm down. Don't rush the exhale. Each are equally as important. The inhale is equally as important as the exhale, and you're trying to make the timing of each about the same, you know? So if you're counting, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the exhale. Beautiful. Okay, so we're taking that back foot, and we're gonna walk it in a little bit until both legs go straight. So wherever that is for you, both legs are straight, and release your torso over the front leg. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. Again, if your hands aren't reaching the floor, and you have a block or perhaps a footstool or a book, a stack of books even, or a pillow, something, if your hands aren't quite reaching the floor, that's okay. But we're gonna inhale, rise up onto the fingertips, gaze forward, and exhale, fold in half, and do that again. Inhale, we're lengthening everything here, the arms, the spine, both legs, the neck even, and exhale, coming down. Moving, energizing, releasing. And then let's soften both of those knees and roll up. Roll up, roll up, roll up. And then just switch legs. We'll take this other leg back and then rest it on the floor. Perhaps rest it on a block. Okay? And then just twist to one side, breathing in, lower it down, breathing out. Maybe count 3 or 4, whatever you like, and then float it down. And again, if you don't need the block and you rest the knee. But if you are like this, try to take the knee back a little bit so it's not just directly under your hip. You'll get a deeper, more thorough stretch if the knee is behind the hip a little bit, with all that being said, you're obviously listening to your body. Oh, here's another place you could use the block. Maybe like this, if coming to the floor isn't working for you. A block or a footstool. So there's a lot of variations. And without me telling you, you may very well have an idea. If you just made this little adjustment or this little modification, it would make it more realistic for your body today. So that's the stuff you want to pay attention to and to listen to and to honor. Nice. And the next time center will stay center. Pick up that back leg and start to walk it in until both of your legs are straight, using whatever apparatus you might need to in order to make that realistic for you. Find it. But ultimately, we're just going to drape the relaxed upper body over this extended leg. Take a breath or two. And then inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale. If your palms are flat on the floor, you'll rise up onto the fingertips. On the exhale, palms return to the floor, chin tucks, head to knee. But don't worry about trying to match anybody's body positioning or flexibility. It's really discovering what's right for me in this moment. Some days I can go deeper into my stretches. Some days, not so much. And all of it's okay. What's beautiful is that we're listening to our bodies. Our yoga practice is really about uniting the mind with the body. That's what the word means. The term yoga simply means to unite, to yoke. And that's what's most important. We don't want the mind pushing the body like, I should be able to do this, I should be able to do so much more. Bend both of your knees and roll up. Ooh, yeah. Good. And then we're going to take both feet kind of wide on the mat. And again, if you have something of a tool to assist in some of this, that'd be great. If you need it and it works for you, do it, man, do it. It's good stuff. They make these things for a reason. So we're going to inhale and twist to one side and exhale, release down, and then twisting to the opposite side. So yes, so continue with that, however you want to move it. It might be more realistic to touch the ground if your feet are wider, not that you have to touch the ground, but if that's your goal, taking a wider stance will bring you closer to the floor. If you're really super flexible and that's not enough of a stretch, it would make your feet more narrow. But let's see if we can get all 10 toes pointing forward. And we're not just taking the arm up. To be sure, we're pressing the shoulder back. We're lifting that one side of the rib cage up, maybe even gazing upward towards the thumb that's reaching to the ceiling, and then slowly coming down. Every millimeter of movement is so important. You don't want to rush past anything because there might be that one little spot that your body's just been waiting for you to stretch out. And then if you go too fast, you'll miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's good stuff. And one more time on each side, breathing in, open, stretch as much as you can. And to the other side once again. And then when you come down this time, point your fingertips to the wall behind you, right? And then just start walking your hands through and through and through until your head is dropped down. If your head happens to be touching the floor, then bring your feet closer together because we want to have some space for the head to drop down into. In fact, reach the top of your head closer to your floor, to the mat or wherever you are. Press the head closer towards the floor. Feel the spine lengthening. Feel your hamstrings opening. Release any tightnesses in the shoulders. And then we'll return to center with or without your block, whatever's And we're just gonna bend one knee, come center, bend the other knee, come center. When you bend the knee, breathe out. When you come center, breathe in. And then just move like that, nice and easy. Inhale, lengthening everything as much as you can. Exhale, sinking into the leg that's bent. Let the hip release. Let the lower back relax. Let the inner thigh of the straight leg soften. We're not forcing anything, but we're observing everything with the practice of uniting mind and body. So the mind isn't telling the body, you need to do this. And the body isn't telling the mind, I'm not doing that, or here, I'm just gonna be lazy. See if you can get each to get slightly out of the comfort zone. The comfort zone for the brain might be quieting down, shutting up. The comfort zone for the body might be back off of a stretch. Don't go so deep. When you're centered this time, bring the heels in, feet a little closer. Trying to keep those feet flat on the floor. So whatever you gotta do, get a good width, a good foot width. And then lift your chin. This is frog pose. So in order to get the feet down, the heels down, it helps to have the feet a little wider apart. But you gotta find that distance for yourself where the heels can come down. If that's too much and you have a block or something that you can sit on a little bit, that'd be fine too, okay? So you don't have to go so deep so soon, but over time, again, with practice, that flexibility just increases naturally. It can't not. So whatever works for you, that's where you are, and you're enjoying the journey. Take a breath in. Stay here, breathe out the tightness. Where is it? Release it. And it will be an inhale that brings us up. Yes, beautiful. Shake it all out. Yeah, let some of that energy flow. And we'll extend the arms overhead. And we're just going to hold that half moon pose once again. And then if you find yourself like kind of rounding like so, take that top shoulder and start pressing it back, 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 so that you're really opening the full side of your body from the ankle of that outer leg, this one, all the way up to the hip, to the ribs of the side body. Open up the armpit. Squeeze both both arms near your ears. Inhale, center, and we'll go to the other side. Feeling the side of the other ankle. This is the outside body that we're working on, right? So the ankle of this leg, feel it. I like to roll a little bit on the edge of my foot to get a good ankle stretch there. Feel it to the outside of that knee, the outside of this knee, the outside of this hip, the outside of these ribs. Working that top shoulder back a little bit. Inhaling center, we'll bring those arms down. Good. And we're going to keep the legs straight and strong while we send these hands sliding down, just gliding down your straight, strong legs. And at some point, your body's going to stop you. Some part of your body will stop you, whether it's your back or your knees or your hamstring. And again, if you have something to hold on to, do it. So wherever you are, you're like, yep, this is right for me. So we're going to keep 2 flat feet, okay? No matter what else is happening, keep both feet flat on the floor. Keep both feet flat on the floor, and your hands should be resting somewhere, whether it's on a block or on your thighs. Let the hands rest someplace, okay? So bend only your right knee. Keep both feet flat on the floor. That's the trick. Bend only your right knee and bring your head towards your bent right knee. And then straighten up that right knee. Keep both feet flat on the floor. Bend just the left and bring your head towards that knee. So we're going to straighten up both legs. Breathe in. Maybe gaze forward. Bend the right knee. Breathe out. Tuck the chin. Inhale. Straighten up both legs. Lengthening the spine. And then switch sides. Exhale. Bringing your forehead towards the opposite knee, the bent knee. And go ahead and move with that. Just keep on doing it. Let it become meditative. Connect with the breathing. And then really begin to observe in the body. Oh yes, the hip. Oh, that's where I need a sweet release. Okay, good. Oh, the lower back is talking to me on this side. Okay. And that's all we do. We just notice it. We say, okay, I see that. Not, why is it tight? How did it get tight? How can I make it not so tight? Why does it hurt me? All that is just stories that don't really serve us. We're taking this opportunity to observe, to promote healing, and to have positive self-talk while so doing. Work the breath. Open where you can open. Release where you can release. Take your time. Even though we're moving, we're not rushing. We have plenty of time. Even at the end of your exhale, if you want to take a little pause, suspend the breath and press into that stretch a little more. And then begin your inhale. Pause at the end of the exhale. Get that deep little stretch. And then the inhale. All right, we're going to bend both of those knees and roll up nice and slow. Whew, I don't know about you, but my hips needed that. Okay, so let's get the feet about hip width apart. Yeah. Bend your knees significantly. Bend them a lot. Bend them a lot. This is going to take pressure off of your lower back. And then use your hands to press your hip bones forward. That's as far as you really need to go, and you'll start to feel some things stretching here in the front of the body, most likely. Release the shoulders, lift your chest, so we're not dropping back into a back bend. We're opening everything in the front with those soft knees, pressing those hip bones forward, and then use your hands to support your lower back, okay? Don't make your lower back do all the work. But do tighten up your butt cheek muscles now. Go ahead and tighten them up. Not tense, but activate them, right? Feel them strong. Feel them tighten up a little bit, yes? Lower back muscles become activated. They tighten up a little bit. Your shoulders release, so the upper back muscles, maybe your shoulder blades can squeeze nearer to each other. Squeezing those shoulder blades together gently and not forcefully. Stay there and breathe. And then again, we're going to come up. Now you can straighten up those legs more so and slide the hands once again down your straight, strong legs. And this time we're going to just hang here in forward bend. So again, wherever your hands are resting, you know that's right for you. Release your head, your neck, and your shoulders. Shake them out. Do what you gotta do. Scan your body. Is there tightness in your scalp? Breathe it out. Is there tightness in your jaw, your forehead? Breathe it out. Is there tightness in your back, your hips, your hamstrings? Breathe it out. And then bend your knees significantly, and once again, we're gonna roll up. Oh, that's lovely. Perfect. All right, so clear some space around you. Once again, make sure you have some room there. My mat keeps shifting a little bit. And your hands can be either on your hips or behind your back, whatever you're comfortable with. And then pick a leg to start with. I'm going to start with my right foot forward. And we're going to inhale, keeping straight legs, both of them, straight spine. I'm going to inhale here. And then exhale here. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And you see I'm not really moving very much. And some of us might keep that back toe on the floor and just breathe in and breathe out. Some of us might be able to go like all the way to where our bodies are more parallel with the floor, but we don't want to tip it too much to be beyond parallel. So. So we're balancing and moving, which is actually, for many of us, more challenging than just balancing. But switch legs, switch legs. We're going to just keep going with it. Into that. This is Warrior 3, by the way. Warrior 3, and it can be done with the arms behind the back. It can also be done with the arms extended out, and if that helps you with your balance, go for it. And you're making this motion as large or as small as is right for you today. It's enough just to balance on one leg. Got a lot of wobbliness going on. I'm not the only one. And one more for good measure, why not? And then back to center. Good, and shake all of that out. Ooh, yeah. And then we're gonna take soft knees, a wide stance, and big giant hip circles. Yes, we are. Relax the shoulders, relax the knees, relax the lower back. Relax your hips and your heart. Relax your brain and your breath. Yeah, good. And then the other direction. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Make this fun. Make it enjoyable. And we're giving all that a good shake. And then we're going to come to the floor. Have a seat. Have a seat. And let's see. Put your right foot in front. Your right foot. Put your right foot in front. And just be here for a breath or two. Let things relax. And if it feels good to just shake it a little bit, loosen up. If your body needs a prompt for loosening up, I find rocking is helpful. Good. And so, if you can bring this foot on top of that knee, go for it. If not, just stay where you are. Unless where you were, if that was painful, obviously take the leg out further or have straight legs. But we're really getting into the hip here. So this may very well be more challenging. And again, a block or a pillow to place under the knee can be helpful as a support until ultimately that might not be needed anymore. Maybe you always need it, and that's fine too. But we're releasing the tightnesses, the initial layers. We're going layer after layer. Okay? Next layer, next level, would be where both knees come closer to each other, to where we're stacking one knee on top of the other. And then when you do that, you'll notice, oh, one butt cheek kind of lifted up a little bit, right? So even if your knees don't fully stack, but you're feeling like you could move beyond where we were before, where the foot was just resting on the knee like that, then you would just kind of lift yourself up and reposition your sit bones so that both are somewhat anchored, okay? And then we're just gonna be here, breathing out whatever it is you notice. So you see what we did? We started off easier. I mean, maybe cross-legged isn't easy for you, then you would find something else. And just little by little, gradually, layer by layer, going deeper and deeper. And when I say deeper, yes, obviously deeper into the stretch when we do this, but deeper into self-awareness, regardless of where your legs are. Deeper into self-love, self-respect. Deeper into gratitude for these muscles that often we can complain about the body so very easily, like, oh, my back, oh, my knee, oh, my neck, oh, this, oh, that, right? Rarely do I hear people say, my knees feel fantastic, or I've been loving my lower back so much that it doesn't give me as much trouble anymore. But I challenge you to start thinking in those terms and maybe even speak it. So again, deeper into awareness, or maybe even deeper into the stretch by coming forward now into it, letting your upper body weight, the relaxed upper body weight, deepen the stretch in the hips, using your hands to mitigate just how deeply you really can go, because it might be like, oh, that's too much. So then use the strength of your arms to back off it a little bit. We're not looking to really become pretzels, but sometimes through practicing deep stretching and self-awareness long enough, we can actually twist more like a pretzel. Not that that's ever a goal, but flexibility is a natural occurrence from regular yoga practice. It just is. Just like intelligence is a natural occurrence of more studying. The more study we do, the smarter we are. The more stretching we do, the more flexible we are. So I'm switching legs. Oh, you know what? Let's stop in the middle and just do this for a minute. Shake it, rock it, move it around. Go ahead. Yeah. Give those legs some loving. Oh, God bless these legs. Have carried me so far, so many years, so many miles, and they still held me up this morning, so thank you. I'm grateful for these legs. So now the left foot's coming in front. And again, this might be too much for you, and then you would unwind a little bit, or maybe sit straight-legged and do forward bending kind of stuff. So but we are tapping into our youthful vitality regardless of our numeric birthday ages. And we're just breathing out and releasing whatever it is we're observing when we're in this position, when we're in this pose. This is a great metaphor for life's journey as well. You know, we're in a position, a pose, right, in life, a situation, we could call that. A life situation could be similar to a yoga pose. And we're here, and we're like, this is a little challenging for me. So if you're in a life situation that's a little challenging, you might back off a little bit, regroup, breathe, and then re-enter that challenge at another time or in a better frame of mind, right? But if we're just like, you know what, I was able to handle that situation pretty well. I was able to handle this pose pretty well. I'm going to challenge myself so that I can become even more, reach my maximum potential by doing a little bit more. And not because I have to, but because I want to. I honor myself so much that I will do that. And hey, this is a little challenging, so I'm going to use a tool. I have a skill set that I can activate and incorporate for this pose, for this situation in life. So if it's a stressful situation in life, a tool might be breathing, a stress reduction breath work of sorts. Right, so whatever's there for you, whatever comes up for you, we're going deeper into self-awareness. Self-awareness physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Self-awareness so that we really get to know who we are and what our real needs are, not the needs that we think other people want for us to have or other people tell us we should have, or society or culturally or within a particular work environment or a structure of an organization. No. What your inner wisdom already knows is right for you. We all, I don't know if everybody does. I have a theory that mostly everybody knows what's right for them. It's just that we don't do it. We choose not to for all the reasons. For example, I hear people say to me often, I know I really should do yoga, and then they don't do yoga, but yet they know it. So when you're here in this pose or in life in a situation and you're thinking, this is what I really should do it. I'm giving you permission to do it. It's the best gift you can give yourself and everybody else. You know, when we start honoring ourselves, we liberate others silently without us even knowing it. We liberate them to do the same. And how beautiful would it be if everybody was loving and respectful and honoring their bodies and loving and respecting and honoring other people's as well. Okay, so if that one butt cheek came in when you stacked your knees like that, just kind of lift up and reposition those sit bones. And be here observing whatever it is you're noticing here, whether it's a physical thing or a non-physical thing. Pay attention and be kind. Be kind with your body. Be kind with your thoughts. It's the self-talk that really trips us up most of the time, and a lot of that self-talk didn't even come from us. It came from whoever raised us maybe, or from the corporation or the organization or the school district that we're working in, or I don't know, from some music, from popular culture, pop culture songs sometimes. We get that information. It's like, oh, maybe I am supposed to be whatever. I don't know. But no, I encourage you to be who you want to be and to monitor your self-talk. So if you notice something when you're doing this, and monitor that and say, wait a minute, let me cancel that thought. That doesn't really work for me anymore. That's an old thought, an old belief, an old habit pattern. We can change those. That's the power of the brain. That's why we've got this amazing brain. Use it. Use it to rewire that negative self-talk. Anyway, if you haven't folded forward once you were here, go ahead and do that. going as deeply as your body will permit, not because you have to go deeply. But do find your edge where you're comfortably uncomfortable and learn how to be okay with the discomfort. It's okay. It's just uncomfortable. Changing our mind chatter, our negative self-talk, that's uncomfortable at first. It's okay for it to be uncomfortable. It's probably important for it to be uncomfortable. It gives us something to work with. Pain is our teacher, and I don't want you to be in pain, but discomfort is also a teacher. It's the gentle teacher. It's the silent whisper before the screaming of the pain. Don't go to the screaming of the pain. Deal with it when it's a silent whisper, or a more quiet whisper, let's put it that way. Oh my goodness gracious, my hips really needed that, thank you. So unwind all of those legs and then shake everything out. Give it a good, yeah, nice. So I want to share with you a form of self-love, self-care. It's a Japanese self-massage. So you would take two very loose fists, okay? Don't clench them up. No. This is very loving, very gentle. So loose fists, but fists nonetheless. And then just start like around your hips and your glutes and maybe into the lower back a little bit gently. Start tapping. And then come down the outsides of your legs. That go gentle on the sides of your knees. You can come to the outsides of the calves. Get to your ankles, go gentle there. And then come to the inside and come upward on the inside. When you're doing the nice little knockings on the inside, you're inhaling. When you're doing the knockings down and out on the exhale, you're on the outside, you're exhaling. You know what I mean. Breathing in this way and breathing out that way. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember, we're doing this somewhat vigorously, energetically, and yet gently. These are those legs. You can also do this with the spirit of gratitude, with thoughts and feelings of gratitude, right? The fact that my legs still work at all is such a blessing. Many people don't have the blessing of legs or two legs. It's easy to complain about the legs until we start looking at those less fortunate. So be grateful. It's the moral of my story. Gratitude also is a great thing for your positive mental health. Massage those knees. Good. And then we're going to come to lie on our backs. So once you're down on your back, lift the hips up and inhale. Lower the hips down and exhale. And then as you're doing that, I want you to begin to slow it down. Slow it down so you can become very, very aware of the sacrum lifting up first, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, and all of that is connected to one inhale. And then on one exhale, you'll replace all of those vertebrae, upper back, middle back, lower back, sacrum. And reverse it, breathing in, sacrum, lower, middle, upper, all of that on an inhale, your lungs open, and then exhale, rolling down. Yes, a few more of those, please. Make sure all 10 toes are touching. Do your best to keep both feet parallel with one another and hip width apart. See how aware you can become of each and every vertebrae as you imprint your spine back down onto the floor. Inhaling up and exhale as you go down. Let's do that one more time with as much self-awareness as you can muster up here. And the next time that you're down, you'll stay down. Draw those knees into your chest. Move them any way you like. Here's a chance for you to just close your eyes and tune in to what your body needs right now. I'm going to just move my body how I feel as though I need for my hips, my back, my knees, my shoulders. And I encourage you to do the same. Don't worry about what I'm doing. If it helps you to know I'm rocking side to side, and then I'm taking my knees and moving them around in a nice big circle. And I'll go a few times in one direction, I'll go a few times the other way. But you explore, really give yourself permission to honor your body, no matter what anybody else's body is doing. We are all such very unique, special individuals with unique and special needs and desires and goals and injuries and stuff that we carry from our past. So some things are physically impossible for some people to do. And knowing your physical limitations is so valuable to prevent injury and to increase that honoring of yourself. So I'm going to move into happy baby pose, holding on at my feet, or maybe you hold on at your ankles, whatever works for you. Maybe just behind your knees. But I really do encourage rocking side to side on this one. Relax the shoulders. Relax the facial muscles. Breathing, breathing. And let go of one of your feet and just let it rest on the floor, the foot, so the leg is bent. But the one that you're holding on to, we're going to work that towards being straight. Stay where you are. Just breathe, relax. So I'm holding on around my calf, but for some people, it might make more sense to hold on behind the thigh. If your knee has to be bent because that's what's appropriate for your body today, then by all means bend it. But do work the heel away from the body even if the knee is bent. Press the heel towards the ceiling or the wall across the room, depending on the angle that you're at. But we're moving in the direction of extending this leg and really looking to get a good hamstring stretch. A lot of lower back pain that people suffer from is really tight hamstrings. So you're just going to find where you can really open up your hamstring here from behind the knee all the way to the gluteal muscle. Find out where that is for you. And be sure you're not forcing anything, but it's okay to be comfortably uncomfortable. In yoga, that's our edge, where we're comfortably uncomfortable. Yes. Such a great gift we're giving ourselves right now. Rest this foot next to the other one and take the other leg and bring that one up now. Let's see how this hamstring's doing. And don't expect your left hamstring to be just like your right hamstring. If your body's anything like mine, I'm not even sure my left and my right side are even related. They're so unique, so different. So just like each of us, so unique, so different. So important to not force one person to do what another person's doing or to force one leg to do what the other leg is doing. This leg has a different set of capabilities, so it's all good. Breathe, release, relax, honor, accept. Gratitude, yes, gratitude. That does help rewire the brain and increases our positive mental health. So I highly recommend gratitude in your yoga practice, gratitude when you're driving to work or driving to school. Gratitude. So much to be thankful for. That's another self-talk practice. If you notice yourself focusing on something to complain about, shift it as quickly as you notice that you had a negative thought. Quickly shift it into something to be grateful for. Such a beautiful practice. Will change your life, really. I dare you, for 1 month, practice that. You'll get better and better at it, and by the end of the month, I'd love to hear back from you, how it changed your life, but I'm pretty sure it will. I know it has for me and other people that I've worked with to help them with that practice. Anyway, we're going to bring both knees into the chest and hug them like you love them. Go, yeah, hug it in. Bring it in. And then just let those feet rest back on the floor. Allow your arms to rest alongside your body. You can keep the knees bent if that feels good for you. You can straighten out those legs if you prefer. You could take something and put it underneath your knees, like a pillow or a block. That could take pressure off of your lower back. So you're going to find out where it's right for you to lie for this last bit of meditation. So in Shavasana, in yoga, this is so crucial, this part of the practice. This is the part where everything that we have done physically and mentally, psychologically, neurologically, all get to integrate now in this moment of peace. We're not fragmented anymore over here, over there. We're bringing everything in for this time of integration. When we stretched our arms, we're helping to detoxify the lymphatic system. When we forward bended, we were doing things for our stomach and our internal organs, our digestive system and our colon health. When we were doing that frog pose, when we squatted down real low and deep. So many of these poses are not really, well, they're obviously for the muscles and the joints. That's obvious, you can see that with the eyes. But without a X-ray or an MRI machine, we can't see all of the amazing thing that's happening inside the body, for the nervous system, for the thyroid glands, and gosh, I could go on, but we're just going to rest in peace right now. So breathe in, the belly rises, breathe out, the belly falls. Wherever you're laying, however you are, you're knowing it's so perfect for your body. And so let's bring to mind one thing that we're grateful for. Bring to your mind one thing, which might be difficult to do. You may have very many things to be grateful for, but just pick one for this moment. Just pick one. And as you breathe in, think the words, I am. And as you exhale, think the word grateful. And do that again. Keep the image of that one thing in your mind's eye. Thinking the words, I am grateful on every breath, feeling the feelings of gratitude in your heart. And if you want to bring to mind another thing for which you are grateful, go ahead and do that. If you want to stay focused on that one, that's great as well. If you want to make it more general, just continue to inhale those words, I am, and exhale the word grateful. And just keep on doing that. Allow for the body, the neurons and the cells to receive the information, feelings and thoughts of gratitude. When you're ready, roll on to one side of your body, your left, your right, it doesn't matter. Just roll on to your side, any side, and just linger there for a few more breaths, becoming increasingly aware of the floor beneath you, increasingly aware of the earth that supports you, not just the weight of your physical body, but how the earth supports us in our nourishment and in our hydration and in our fresh air. And when you do begin to bring yourself back up into a seated position, leave behind you there on your mat, on the floor, give it to Mother Earth, all the other stuff, that heavy stuff, that old stuff, those old patterns, those old thoughts, that negative, whatever, anywhere, anyhow. We're going to focus on the positive. Breathing in positivity. Breathing out positivity into the world. Breathing in love. Breathing out love into the world. Breathing in peace. Breathing out peace into the world. And I thank you very much for being here, doing this session with me. I wish you the very best in all you do. Peace, light, love. Satnam.